Shalom. Today another crown jewel video based on the teachings of Yirah H'ari, the author of Likkutei Yirah 9. The safer to learn the prerequisites, one of many works he did, but this is where you should start. And here is the crown jewel, life-changing knowledge is found therein. So, today I want to take a look at the word Nukvah. Nun, Vav, Kuf, Beis, Aleph. So, Nun, Vav, Kuf are the elemental letters connected to the mother letter Mem, right? Water. Okay, water is not random, okay? It's the womb, the place where everything gathers, gestates, and is held. Because we see immediately after Nuk, we have Beis and Aleph, okay? Housed in air. So what is Nuk then? Okay, well, Nuk, Nun Kaf is nest, okay? Nest of 6. When you read Zaken, it hints at nest of 7. So 7 evils, Samal Zaken. Okay, but here it says nest of 6 and it's connected to the womb of Ima. Okay, and this is really the key, this nest, because it is the nest of Vav, right? The nest of Vav. And Vav, the 6, in this case, is Yisod. You'll see why. Because it's the final conduit of Shefa from Zerampin into the Nukvah. Right in a straight Yashar connection, you have a Vav, which is Tiferes, the center of Zerampin, and you have a Vav in Yisod. Okay? So, the value of Nun Vav Kuf is 156. Okay? 156 equals 2 things, probably more, but 2 that I know of that are of importance here. It equals Oif, which is bird, 70, 6, and 80, okay, is 156, okay? 70 plus 80, 150 plus 6 is 156. Okay, let's put it there. Now, Oif is a winged creature, a bird, for example. So, this is also depicted by the Yisod, right? Netzachoid Yisod. I'll show you in a bit. 156 is something else. It is. Forget the Vav there, sorry. Yosef Hatzadi, being 10, 6, 60, and 80, 156. Yosef sits in the socket of Yisod. Okay. So Yirah H'ari has taught us, and I'll show you on the scroll, right? This scroll is based on the scroll he made and on the teachings he shows in Likkutei Yirah 9. He has parts of his scroll, the original, and here you see Ov, right? Then you see the Zerampin, so Chesed, Kefura, Tiferes, Netzachoid, Yesod and Malchut, and you see it is not, doesn't live on the ground, right? Bird flies in the air. So these are Netzachoid and Yisod. These represent the wings, and this would be the center column, the body and the head. Okay? Now this 156, so this is clear, right? The 156 of Yosef is 6 times, known to be 6 times 26, the name of Yud He Vav He. Okay, so that's why Yosef HaTzadik is the righteous, because Ima created without Abba, but in the case of rectification, everything changes. So that's what the Tzadik Yesod Olam does. So these 6 times 26 of the name makes 156. Okay? Yosef HaTzadik. What else can I say about this? Yes, that these 3 Sefirot, Netzach, Hod, and Yesod, equal exactly the Sefirot where the Ibur takes place, the pregnancy of Ima. But there's more interesting things to share about this, because this is the Torah of Mashiach, also by Yirah H'ari. And I'll expound. So on the next page it says, the first 3 of Ima being Netzach, Hod, and Yesod form the brains of Zerampim, being Chochmah, Bina, and Das, which are the baby. That is held in this exact location during pregnancy, Ibur being between the hips and the reproductive organ, which are Netzach, Hod, and Yesod of Ima. Okay, and these are the names of Elohim, being Ima, which is Bina, is called Elohim. Okay, that's a whole study on itself. But here we can see another secret that has been given by Yirah. But first let me finish the Gematria on Ov, because Ov has also an ordinal of 39 and a Katan of 12. So that's 156 plus 39 plus 12 is 207, which is the value of or light, okay? Because the light of Ima is developing Chochmah, Bina, Das in the Netzach, Hod, and Yesod there. Okay, so I hope that is clear. And a bird rests in a nest in the same way Yesod is the bird. You could see Nukvah is the nest that receives through it, right? And so we see that after the Nun, Vav, and Kuf, we have the Beit Aleph housed in the air, as we saw, right? So, Kan, a nest for the 6, because all 5 others, they pull into the 6th. Nest of 6, water of the womb, right? Ima, housed in the air, not touching the ground. And the waters make perfect sense here, and that's what I wanted to show you now, because in Bereshis 1:9 it says, and let the waters beneath the heaven be gathered into one place. And I'll show you here, because that's on page 53 of the Torah of Mashiach. Let the waters under the heavens be gathered to one place, and let dry ground appear. Dry ground being the Malchut, the Nukvah. Thus waters gather to Yesod, called one place. Okay? So that should be very clear, and this is the gathering in Yesod, the place of reception. So the Nukvah is Malchut, but is not to remain in a fallen state, right? She's the nest receiving the flow of Yesod, and through Yosef HaTzadik Yesod Olam, as a conduit, she's elevated and made whole. Yesod is the place where the flow Sheva 385 gathers, right? Sheva 385, which equals Shekhinah. Oh, sorry. Let's do it like so. Shekinah, 385. So Nukvah is not grounded in earth permanently. She's housed, elevated, and receptive as the mother lends her garments to the daughter, meaning that the Nukvah operates within the womb space of Ima. She's clothed, not replaced, right? The water is Ima's, the receiving and manifestation is that of the Nukvah. Okay. So you're looking at really a whole depiction of a sheva, a flow, right? Where Yud-Hey is drawn down through Tiferes, Yisod, into the Malchus. So I hope that was helpful, and I hope you thereby see how incredibly profound this model is, because here you can, so that's really why I do this, to show you that words, like I just did a video of mum, right? Water binding solids. So a womb in which is bound solids, particles, becoming a baby, okay, a mum. Nukvah, house in the air, okay, a nest of 6. It shows you Yisod is connected to Malchut, and there's a process here going on that is also, that has a lot of teachings about the Ibur, which is for other videos. But you can see that you find all the words, even in other languages, you can find words and you can lay them on here. And with practice and with more knowledge, you'll see more and more every time. Yes. So many blessings, much love. Shalom and salah, as my teacher always says.